What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year's Eve. Hopefully, we can have us a good New Year's slate. We have a lot of college football today, a lot of NBA, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't end up well for us. Taking a look at our free picks from yesterday. Free picks were garbage. We missed both free slips. Both the plays that missed were both of the boosts on parlay plays. So the boosts ended up biting me in the butt yesterday and chalking both the slips. In terms of our money lines yesterday, I didn't play any NBA money lines. I will say I had the Sixers to win and I had the Pistons to win. And coming off of the two losing days, I was scared to play them because I thought they were kind of coin flip. And didn't end up putting my money on where I thought I should have, and it ended up biting me in the butt because I could have cashed out two more slips. But yesterday, played two college football teasers, played a teaser for Coastal Carolina and a teaser for TCU. Both of them cashed. I ended up profiting $500 yesterday on our money lines, putting us up to $5,480 and 81 cents profit on the month so far from our sports books. In terms of player props yesterday were bad. Player props have been less green than money lines as of lately, so this has kind of been where majority of our profits been for the month has been from these sports books. And the first half of the month, we were profiting more from player props than from the sports books, but it kind of fell off. These last 2 weeks of player props have been kind of hit or miss, whereas the sports books have stayed pretty dang consistent. Looking at the track bets yesterday, you can see Coastal Carolina teaser, TCU teaser, $210 to win 200, $315 to win 300, and you guys can see those right here. So the two plays or two slips I locked in right here. Coastal, it was a teaser, 210 for 200. TCU, it was a teaser, 315 for 300. Both of those ended up going green. Did end up cashing these as well, and this is literally all I cashed yesterday in terms of bets because we didn't play super heavy. We missed out on the two parlay play slips I posted, and then two of the three tacos ended up chalking. Jaylen Brown sucked it up. And so did LeBron. Neither of them popped off on the days that they were expected to pop off. And that leads me to let you guys understand some things, too, about when the public's on a play. I even said in the video yesterday, I believe the entire public is going to be on both Jaylen Brown and on LeBron, and that's why I'm going to fade LeBron. LeBron became a taco. I had to play the taco. It was just discounted. Like I assumed LeBron would cash it anyway. But the public bet strike again, and he ended up chalking. Jaylen Brown, even though the entire world was on Jaylen Brown, I kind of expected him to still cash because I was like, no way homie doesn't come out here and drop 30 points to break a record when he's shooting almost 30 shots a game. Like I thought that was going to be the one. He didn't. Derek White ended up going over and popping off like I said he would, and I regret not playing Derek White over Jaylen Brown. So it is what it is. Hopefully we have a bounce back day today on player props. Hopefully we can continue cashing on these sportsbook bets and can make it a good last day of the month. I am going to pick a winner from yesterday's video to win a free month of our VIP. So if you're new to the channel, I do this in every single video. If this video gets 250 likes, I will select a random comment down below to win a free month of our VIP. So drop a comment, leave a like on the video, and make sure you guys are subscribed. You got to be a subscriber to win. So let's go ahead and pick our winner from yesterday. Winner is for Living Legend 818, who said, "You are the man. You are the man go-to for me for free picks on YouTube. I keep up the great work, and hook up some VIP." Well, Living Legend, I do appreciate you watching, my man. I appreciate the kind words. It means a lot. It really does. Send me a message on Discord. I'll get you added for that free month of VIP. And you guys just kind of noticed, I can't read, man. I got tongue-tied on that so bad. But, yeah, Living Legend, you got the free month, man, and I do appreciate you. But if you guys do want to get all the plays, every slip that I personally play, there is a link down in the description. Before you click through this, I am running a bigger giveaway today. Right now, NBA is 20% off, or code NBA is 20% off. If you use code 2026 for the new year, you can get 25% off any of our packages. I highly recommend you guys take advantage of this. 25% off gives you under $20 for a month or $7.50 for a week if you just want to test out the Discord. We'd love to have you in there. The Discord itself is free to join if you just want to be a part of the community. Lots of very smart sports minds in there, and we'd love to have you guys a part of that community as well. I am going to be doing another giveaway for Thunder Pick. I've been giving away gift cards all month long. If you do not have Thunder Pick and you want to try it out, join the Discord. I will make a post in the free pick section. So what I'm going to show you right here in the Discord, you can see there's an area called free picks, which is where I post the YouTube link. In this area of the Discord, I will post a Thunder Pick link with a code and how you can get a free $30 gift card, because I'm giving those away all day today for New Year's. So make sure you guys are in the Discord. If you want a free $30, you can activate a deposit match on there as well, and you can get $58 for free just by joining the Discord and signing up with using our code. It's that simple. I send you a gift card code. You just paste it into the app, and you got a free month. So, or you got a free $60. So, highly recommend anybody take advantage of that. There will be no more than 50 given away. So, if I give away 50, that is it. 50 $30 gift cards. That's $1,500 I'm giving away today. And if they don't get taken advantage of, then that's on you guys. It's free money. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into these games. Let's talk about them, and let's potentially lock in some slips live on video. So, first game we have is going to be the Warriors taking on the Hornets in Charlotte. Right now, Golden State is minus 225 on the road, a 6.5-point spread with a 233.5 total. Public betting, obviously, majority of the money is going to be on the Warriors. When it comes to the spread, it's a 50-50 split on the spread. A lot of people are thinking that the Hornets can keep this game kind of close. Golden State's won 4 of their last 5. The Hornets have won 2 of their last 3, one of those being versus Washington, so not a super strong win there, but it's still a win regardless. When you look at these two teams in injuries, right now, Golden State does have a questionable Crier, and they have Seth Curry, who is still out. Looking at Charlotte. Charlotte is where the injuries get a little bit rough. So you got Knuppel, who is probable. Kalkbrenner is out. Pat is questionable, and Miles Bridges is also questionable. Grant Williams and Plumlee still missing. So lots of injuries that could make this Charlotte team struggle a little bit more. Getting Golden State at minus 223, I think is going to be a good spot because you can just pair it with one of these other strong favorites, and you can now have a nice little, almost an even odds parlay, which is what I plan on doing here. So I'm probably going to run Golden State with some other team that we'll talk about here in a minute. Maybe I run it with Minnesota, with the Timberwolves or something. This game could be kind of coin flip. We'll talk about that here in just a second. But I do like Golden State to come out here and get a win on the road versus the Hornets. Now, the biggest thing about this is they're traveling all the way across the country to come to the East Coast. They were in Brooklyn, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be okay to come out here and play. They are the better team. They're dealing with less injuries, so give me Golden State in this game on New Year's. Next game we have is going to be for the Timberwolves versus the Hawks. This is one of the faster-paced games on the slate, a 243.5 total, a 5.5-point spread in favor of Minnesota, and then you got Atlanta, who are plus 186 underdogs at home. 59% of the money is going to be on the T-Wolves, with 78% of the money on the T-Wolves covering a spread. Looking at these two teams, Atlanta has lost 7 games in a row. They have not looked good. When you look at the Timberwolves have won 4 of their last 6. They did lose to the Nets, and they did lose to the Nuggets. The Nuggets obviously being a pretty strong team. When they have a healthy team, they're missing Jokic now, so this Nuggets team probably going to struggle for a while. Looking at the Nets just had their number that game. It is what it is. The Timberwolves just got beat. This Timberwolves team is one of the better teams in the league, in my opinion. I actually really like this lineup, I'm going to be honest. Playing against this Atlanta team, Atlanta is missing potentially Trae Young. He may be sitting again, and then they got some of these other injury reserve players that's been out for the whole season that we don't really need to pay much attention to. But when you look at Trae Young missing, it's a big loss. He's been playing decent some games, bad some others, so depends on which Trae Young comes out to play tonight. But at home in Atlanta on New Year's, I'm expecting Trae Young to play, and I'm expecting him to have a decent game. So that's just my personal opinion on this one. Give me Minnesota here. I think Minnesota is the better team. Now, if you like the Hawks for plus 186, I don't think they're a bad bet at all. They're playing at home. Like I said, it's a New Year's game. Anything can happen here. Some of these teams could come and just sack a game. You never know. But I do think Minnesota is the better team. If we're playing off better teams, even on the road, I think Minnesota could come out here and get a win. And I'll probably sprinkle a little bit on them. Next game's going to be the Magic versus the Pacers. This one gets a little bit tough to call. Right now, majority of the money is going to be on the Magic. 3.5-point spread with a 226.5 total. When you look at the Magic, they've been kind of yo-yoing. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. And then if you look at the Pacers, they have not yo-yoed anything. They've just been losing consistently. So Pacers are on like an 8-game loss streak here. What is that? 9-game loss streak here. Orlando is missing potentially Desmond Bane. Castleton is out. Jonathan Isaac is questionable. Jalen Suggs is questionable. And they're still missing Wagner. So a majority of this team is potentially out. Indiana, on the other hand, they've been hurt all season. T.J. McConnell is probable. Ben Shepherd is questionable. Obi Toppin is still out. And Isaiah Jackson is out, obviously, for concussion. If you look at these two teams, even though Orlando is injured, I still think they're probably better, especially if Bane or Suggs play. Now, I also think that the Pacers are due for a win. Like, this is one of those teams that's like, teams are due for regression. Teams are due for progression as well. And I say that sometimes. I don't say it a lot because I don't know that it really makes sense to some people. But to me, it makes sense. When a player has cashed 10 games in a row, they're due for a bad game. It happens. When a team has lost 10 games in a row, they are due to get a win sometimes. And this is a game where they can win. This is not them playing versus a fully healthy Magic team, which Magic are strong when they're fully healthy. But this Pacers at home have a chance here to win this game. So I'm not going to put any money on them because I don't trust the Pacers. But I do think, especially with 80% of the money being on the Magic, that the Pacers could come out here and get a win. And it's something I will keep an eye on and I will be tracking. So remember in tomorrow's video, if somehow the Pacers win, we called it here, but jumping into the next game, we have the Suns taking on the Cavs. We got Cleveland minus 213 at home. 6.5 point spread with a 235.5 total. Right now, it's around 50-50 split on money line. On the spread, there's more money on the Cavs. Looking at these two teams, Phoenix is missing Grayson Allen, most likely. He is doubtful. Ryan Dunn is questionable. Jalen Green still out. Cleveland is missing potentially, I say potentially. Sam Merrill is probable. Larry Nance is out, and then Strus is still out. So looking at these two teams, the Cavs are the better team, in my opinion. They just come off a win versus the Spurs. I actually called this one, too. There's a guy in the Discord asking if he should play the Spurs that game, and I said, I don't think that I would trust the Spurs here. I think that game's coin flip, and I think the Cavs, even on the road, have a chance at winning. I think the Spurs were due for a tough game, too, and they ended up getting beat. So, Cavs looking pretty decent, fully healthy. I think they're better than this Suns team, but you guys know how I am with the Suns. When I pick the Suns to lose, they win. It never fails. Suns are plus 214. If you think Phoenix wins, trust your gut on Phoenix because I cannot call Phoenix to save my life. They've won 5 of the last 6 games. The Pelicans and the Wizards being 3 of those, so those 3 games don't impress me very much. But they did beat the Lakers and they beat Golden State, and they blew out the Lakers, so remember that as well. That's a big win for them. Looking at Cavs, coming off a strong win versus the Spurs. They're at home on New Year's. Give me the Cavs at minus 200. I can't fade them here personally versus the Suns, but the Suns have been winning, so trust your gut on this one. Next game is going to be the Pelicans versus the Bulls. Fastest paced game on the slate with a 245.5 total. Player prop gold mine if this game stays competitive. Chicago minus 107, 1.5 point spread. Pretty much even odds. Pretty much even across the board in terms of where the money's at as well. Looking at this Bulls team, they have lost 2 games in a row. They just got beat by Minnesota with a 35-point loss. Then that honestly chalked us when it comes to our Anthony Edwards 3 points made too. So they chalked us our parlay by getting beat by 30. And then if you look at the Pelicans team, they've lost 4 in a row. Losing to Phoenix twice, lost to the Knicks, and they lost to the Cavs. So honestly, not very many weak losses there. They're pretty good losses. Looking at the wins before that, they had won 5 straight before this little loss streak they've been on since the 23rd. So, anyways, looking at this Pelicans team, Jose Alvarado is out. Herbert Jones still out. DeJounte Murray is out. Looking at the Bulls is the team we need to pay attention to because I think the Pelicans win this game. Looking at Chicago, they are missing Zach Collins. They are missing Josh Giddey, and they are missing Kobe White. So they are missing 3 strong players on their team. Their starting 5 does not look that good, in my opinion. Vucevic is known to not play defense at all. This is a game where I think Derek Queen pops off. Now, Queen, I've played one time this entire season. I've actually put money on him, and he chalked me. I'm giving Queen another chance tonight. I like Derek Queen today. I think he cashes. I think he has a big game versus Vucevic, even with Zion starting. So I'm going to be putting some money there. Obviously, if you want to take Trey Murphy, if you want to take Fears or anything like that, or Williamson, then you can do that as well. But I am kind of looking at the matchup here for our man Derek Queen. I think it's a perfect matchup and a perfect spot for him to have a good game. Looking at the next game on the slate, we got the Knicks taking on the Spurs. And by the way, I'm calling Pelicans to win at plus 108. That's my call for that game. Next game we have is going to be the Knicks taking on the Spurs. We got the Spurs minus 117, a 1.5 point spread, a 236.5 total. Right now, not majority. It's about a 50-50 split. A little bit more money is going to be on the Spurs here. If you look at these two teams, both teams 23-9. Both teams are strong, man. This game is coin flip to me. This game can legitimately go either way, and I'm not going to have this is who I'm playing because I don't know which team I want to play. It really depends on what happens with Castle here. If Castle sits, I might run the Knicks, to be honest with you. But look at these two teams. Josh Hart's missing. Mitchell Robinson is still out for the Knicks, missing a couple players. If you look at the Spurs, Castle's questionable, and then Vassell is out. So a couple players missing for the Spurs team as well, leading this to even odds. These two teams both lots of wins, very few losses on the road. The Knicks win a lot of games on the road. They've won, 2, 4, 6, 7 of their last 10. And then if you look at the Spurs, they win majority of their games at home. They've lost 2 in a row at home versus the Jazz and versus the Cavs. So I do think this is a spot where the Spurs are going to get that home win or want to get that home win for New Year's. I'm not sure what I want to do here, guys. I might end up running the Spurs. It's hard for me to bet against the Spurs at home. It really is, even though I called the last one for them to lose. But anyways, Right now, give me the Spurs. I may change my mind on this one. So if you're in the Discord, just pay attention to what I post. If you want to run the opposite, you're more than welcome because this game could go either way. I do think Brunson has a big game here, and I do think Wemby has a good game here as well. Next game we have is going to be the Nuggets versus the Raptors. The Nuggets are plus 233 underdogs on the road, 6.5 point spread, 228.5 total. Raptors are favored to win this game, and they have majority of the money placed on them today. 68% for money line, 67% going to be on the spread. Look at this team; it's on a 2-game win streak. If you look at the Nuggets, they're on a 2-game loss streak. They are missing a lot of players. Christian Brown, Bates, Aaron Gordon, Cam Johnson, Nikola Jokic. Lots of players gone. Toronto only missing Pirtle. They have a pretty much fully healthy team. This is a spot for Jamal Murray or Joe Val. I can see Joe Val having a good game, but his line is elevated. His PRA line is 28.5. It's pretty dang high to be to not have any data on him, which is why I'm kind of worried about Joe Val here. I do think he has a good game, and I think he might be a good player to take, but I'm not sure what I want to do with that. Jamal Murray, I think, kind of has to step it up if they want to keep the game close. If not, the Raptors just beat them pretty easily, I think. So if Jamal Murray has a bad game, it might potentially be a blowout loss. If Joe Val can step it up and Murray has a good game, I think Denver can keep this game close. But I got the Raptors to win. I think the Raptors do pull out a dub here tonight. The Nuggets have looked rough without these players, and missing Jokic is just a huge loss for them, obviously. Probably top 3 best players in the league. So that being said, give me the Raptors, but give me some decent player props here as well. Next game is going to be the Blazers versus the Thunder. I'm fading this game completely. Give me OKC to win. Next game is going to be Bucks versus Wizards. Got Bucks minus 456, 10.5 point spread, 231.5 total. Right now, most of the money's on the Wizards because they're plus 400, and the Bucks are not that great. I ain't gonna say the Bucks aren't that great. Giannis and friends have not been that great without Giannis. They've won 3 of their last 4 games, and Giannis is back. Giannis is starting again. He's been a little bit minutes restricted. I don't know how restricted he's going to be tonight. I don't think they're going to need him to play big minutes to win this game, so I think he probably still stays restricted. But you never know. Not Magic, but the Wizards are missing Keontae George, Kispert, and then Cam Whitmore is also out. Looking at Milwaukee, just missing our man Prince. So going to be probably taking the Bucks here. I'm not going to be putting money on anything like this. If I did, I might take the Wizards plus 10.5, but I don't even know that I want to play that either. So we'll just kind of probably fade that game completely. But that's what I got for the money lines. Make your own decision on these. If you want to tell exactly what I post, you guys see how much we're up this month. We've been killing it, so hopefully we can keep that going into the new year. I do want to say, if you guys do want to get a free month of VIP, there are 7 apps in the description you can sign up for. Parlay Play, Underdog, Sleeper, Novig, Dabble, Better, and Chalkboard. I don't know if I said Chalkboard already, but either way, there's 7 apps down there. Use our code for any of those apps, and I'll get you added for a free month of VIP. You can get up to 7 full months for free. Just let me know in Discord if you signed up for one of them, and we will get you added. There is a new app that I am partnered with right now called Upside Tools. Upside Tools is an optimizer. If you remember the DGF days, it's made by the same creators of DGF. Great optimizer. It's very good for finding lines across different books. And I'm going to give you guys an example here. If you click Player Props Optimizer, you can click the book up here, Prizepicks, Better, Dabble Shield, Pick 6, whatever. Pick the app you want to use, you click it, and it's going to find this prop on that app versus other platforms. For example here, Walker, under 7.5 points and assists, has a 58% hit rate or chance to hit, and then it is going based off of the odds on other books. So it's minus 165 on Fanatics. You're getting it for even odds on Prizepicks. So why would you not play it on Prizepicks when it's minus 165 on an actual book? Now, some of these books you want to look at some of the sharper books. I don't know how sharp Fanatics is. They got minus 150 for Boyles right here, under 6.5 rebounds and assists. So you can look at it that way as well. They got it minus 300 right here for, I don't even know how to say his name. We're calling Vincent, under 2.5 hits. So that one, I'm not sure what the odds are on Prizepicks. I highly doubt this is an original line on Prizepicks, but maybe it is. I don't know what this does. That's how you share it. Okay, so I'm still learning this platform as well, but you can see it's minus 116 on Better. Minus 301 on Underdog, minus 116 on Better. So this is better odds than Prizepicks. Better has better odds. No pun intended. So you can use this way you want. You can kind of search a lot of these. Some of these more popular ones, like Charbonnet right here for NFL, under 11 rush attempts. You can see where the value's at. You can see how all these books have it way different. Minus 144 to plus 105. Like the odds are minus 220 to plus 105. That's 10.5. So you're getting way better value on some of these books. It just helps you line shop really, really easy. You can use code ACES to get 25% off, and you guys can get a free 5-day trial if you sign up using our code. Link's down in the description for that as well. But it's there if you want to give it a try. Outlier's the same way. 7-day free trial for using Outlier in the description. Sorry for trying to plug so many apps. There's a lot to talk about. If you want to skip through it, you're more than welcome. That's all I got for plugging, to be honest with you. But let's go ahead and jump into these player props, guys. So the first player prop that I have is going to be for our man Derek Queen. Told you guys I like Derek Queen today. Pelicans versus Chicago. I think this is about as good of a matchup as you can give for a player to score. He's been popping off. 24.5 PRA is very, very good for him. Now, he's cashed this line. We're going to look at his last 10 because he's been playing very well as of lately. 7 of his last 10 he's cashed. Now, Zion is starting this game. If you look at his minutes over his last 10, he's averaging 29 minutes. Some of these games he's getting mid-30s if he plays well. Some of these games he's getting low 20s depending on how close the game is, how well he's playing. He's one of those players that if he's not doing well, they're not going to give him big minutes. If he's popping off, they're going to give him a lot of minutes. So it really depends on how he's playing. Now, like I said, this is a perfect matchup. Look at this Chicago team. Very, very fast-paced game. One of the fastest-paced games on the slate, if not the fastest-paced. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. But looking at versus centers, 25th, 24th, and 23rd in terms of points, rebounds, and assists. Top 10 or bottom 10 in terms of the stats they allow. They give up a ton of stats. Head-to-head, he has played them twice this game. Or this season. 17 and 17 is what he had in both games. He did not put up very many points. Look at his field goal attempts. He shot 4, 9 in this game, but he didn't get very many rebounds and assists this game. He got more in this one. So you also got to look at his minutes. He played 17 minutes this game, got 17. That means he's averaging 1 PRA per minute. He plays 25 minutes. At this rate, he cashes our line. This game, he played 25 and only got 17, but he only shot 4 field goal attempts that game. His field goal attempt average on the season is 10. He's averaging 10 field goal attempts. Lately, we can look at his last 10 games. He's averaging 12, and he's putting up a lot more field goal attempts. Like I said, Vucevic plays no defense. He does pull some centers out to the three-point line a little bit because he shoots a lot of threes. You got to remember that as well. But in terms of defensively, he does not score at all, or does not play defense at all. I mean, he gives up a lot of points to the centers. So I like Derek Queen here. Give me Derek Queen. I'm going to lock him in. I'm going to give him another chance. If he chalks me here, you probably won't see me play him in any more games this season. So Derek Queen's a 1.6x to take him on parlay play if you want to play it there, and I like it a lot. So we will compare this over to Prizepicks. We're going to type in Queen. We're going to make sure it's better value than Prizepicks. Derek Queen at 24.5. I wonder if you can get him at, let's check 23.5 as well. I want to see what that looks like as well in terms of payout. So who am I pairing him with? I'm going to be pairing him with our man Jimmy Butler. Butler's line at this number that I want to take is I'm very confident in it cashing 24.5. He's cashed it 9 straight games. He's cashed it 83% on the season. He's averaging 30 PRA on the season so far. Head-to-head data. He has no games versus Charlotte, but it's a good matchup versus Charlotte in a game they should win, but it's also a game that should stay competitive. I think Charlotte can come out here and at home keep this game close enough to where Butler at least gives us 25 PRA. It's a good matchup for him. Look at this forward position. They give up a decent amount of stats. Give up a decent amount of stats overall. Butler at 25. There's not much more that needs to be said. As long as the game stays semi-competitive, Butler should cash this line. 24.5 PRA. Payout's not that good on it. It's actually come down from a 1.24x to a 1.19, which is bad, so I got to lock this in quickly before it bumps down even more. Butler here gives us a 1.7x. So if we go back to Queen at a 24.5, it goes to a 1.9x, so pretty much the exact same value. We'll lock this in live. I'm going to put 1 unit on it. Let's play it. We'll let it load while we go check out the other props. So the next prop that I was going to take for slip number 2, pick number 3, I'm going to take is going to be for our man Brunson. This one is boosted. Now, let me talk about these boosts on parlay play because I'm going to have to be more selective about them again. These boosts have been a little bit weird. Brunson at 24.5 points is a good boost. He's cashed it majority of games this season, 77%. He's been popping off lately. It's New Year's in a big game versus the Spurs. Head-to-head versus the Spurs. He did have 25 in this one game this season. He had 27 field goal attempts in that game, 5 threes. Looking at his three-point attempts this season, he's averaging 8. He's averaging 6.4 free throws. And he's averaging 22 field goal attempts. You give me shot volume like that, and I'll take Brunson all day long. Yes, the matchup here is tough. Fox and Castle are good defenders. Fox specifically, if Castle doesn't sit, leaves up some better opportunities. But Fox is still a good defender, and he's probably going to be on Brunson. That's my look on that, and maybe he's not, but probably that's how that's going to work out tonight. So give me Brunson for 25 still. I still think he can give us 25 points. That's not, as long as his shot's falling, that's not a lot of points for Brunson. And we'll go ahead and check it out here. So it is a promo here. Brunson at 1.44x. The other promo they have is Brandon Ingram at 19.5 points versus Denver. I like this line too. And I had a hard time trying to decide which one I wanted. If you prefer Ingram at 20 points, I don't think that's the worst play. But RJ Barrett is back, and I liked Brunson a little bit more just because the game is going to be very, very competitive, and I can see him popping off. So that's what I ended up taking. So who am I pairing with Brunson? We're going to take our man Julius Randle with Brunson. Another good game. Minnesota is on the road versus Atlanta. Atlanta could potentially win this game. Randle for 30 PRAs, not that bad. He's catched 7 of his last 10, 25 of 33 games on the season, which is a 76% hit rate, averaging 35 PRA, going against one of the fastest paced teams in the league. They give a ton of stats to pretty much every position. Got a power forward. Their points aren't nearly as high, but they still give up a decent amount of stats. Small forward, they give up a lot of points, and then to centers, they give up a lot of points. So struggle to stop some of the big men. Randle obviously is hard to guard. He's a good player. He can get 20 RA in some games. I like Randle here for 29.5 PRA. I think he could potentially give us 20 points or 25 points, something like that. He definitely can. Now, 25 points is a lot for Randle, but he's averaging 22 on the season. So looking at that, looking at his RA, if you rather play RA, I don't dislike RA, but I can see him scoring a lot here. His RA line's 12.5. He's averaging 13 on the season. So give me 20 points, 13 RA, and he comes way over this line, and that's just if he's hitting his average. So I like our man Julius Randle here, 29.5 PRA, and playing it with Brunson, you get right at a 2x here. So Randle, points, rebounds, and assists. 1.36x gives us a 1.96x. 250 wins us 490. Now let's check that over here on Prizepicks as well, see where the value is at. We're going to take Brunson. Points, 24.5 with Randle. PRA, 29.5, and that gives us a 1.9x. So almost the same payout, a little bit better on parlay play. I'm going to play it on parlay play. Parlay play is one of my favorite apps, guys. Why you see me play a lot on it. If you sign up for parlay play, you get a $5 free bet. You get a $100 deposit match or a deposit match up to $100 and free VIP. Highly recommend you guys all have it. Let's go and take out our track our picks here. We're going to refresh so you know it's legit. You guys can see we got Jimmy Butler, 24.5 PRA with Derek Queen, 24.5. And then we got Brunson, 25 points with Randle, 29.5 PRA. Lock them in if you like them, guys. Fade them if you don't. I hope you guys have an awesome new year. Once again, code 2026 on WAP gets you 25% off. Join the Discord if you're not in there already, especially for that Thunder Pick giveaway. We're giving away up to $1,500 today in the Discord for free. So make sure you guys are in there. Send me a DM, and we can get you guys added. But I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video.